Hi there, Joanna O'Leary from Dollface Pottery here with a kiln opening. So yes, I'm from the most easterly point of Canada, which is Newfoundland, Canada. And we have lots of pottery peeps in Canada. First of all, I'd just like to do a shout out to Tiffany of Hobble Creek Pottery, because she has had a minor car accident, but it's resulted in a dislocated collarbone, and she can't work in the studio right now until she heals. So please send her, Hobble Creek Pottery, please send her best wishes, a little message saying that you're thinking about her. I will be doing that. And I have halibut plates here, glazed, and I guess looked at a lesson that Tiffany did. And of course we have lots of halibut here in Newfoundland. So it's, and all of my work is marine themed, and whales and fish and things like that. So I thought it was very fitting for my line of work as well. So thank you, Tiffany, for showing us how to do that. And I hope you get better soon. So most of this kiln load is mugs, some halibut plates and so forth, and some big planters that I'll be using, or bigger planters that I'll be using at home. So for my plants, I'm a plant freak. So this, first off, is one of my signature designs, which is a breaching whale, which Newfoundland is famous for. In July and August, we have many boat tours here in Newfoundland with the breaching whales, and that's exactly how they breach out of the water. Actually, one time I was in a boat watching whales, and a huge humpback jumped up and splashed. It was about 2 feet max away from the boat. So we were all sprayed, and we were just lucky that it didn't come down on a boat. But anyway, that's it. So this glaze combination is Celadon here. I call it the Florida, what do I call it? The Florida Sea Foam, because it's a combination of wasabi, Amico wasabi, Amico rainforest, and Amico mixing clear. So it's about 70% wasabi, 25, no, around 20% rainforest, and then the 10% mixing clear. Mako blue hydrangea on top, because they're breaching under a starry night is basically the title of the mug. And we have a lot of fog in Newfoundland, so that's sort of a foggy scene for sure. This one I did last kiln opening and it dripped again, so I'm just going to have to try something else. This is the fish going through it's iron luster ×2 with a blue midnight ×2 as the base, with iron luster on top, with the fish transfers that are colored. So that's not a keeper. This one is the Mommy and Me, but it's with Storm. So it's the nice dark blue sea blue Storm, which is appropriate for humpback whales to be swimming in the water. So they're not breaching, they're actually in the water. So that's Mama there, and that's the little baby humpback underneath. So this is speckled clay, which I'm surprised because I didn't order speckled clay. I just got it recently. I recently ordered with a number of other potters from St. John's some clay from Tucker's. And I always use mid-stone smooth stoneware, but I guess I got the mid-stone speckled, because look at the speckles. Nice. First time I'm using it, so I don't think the glaze is any different, although it is a bit darker than normal. But I like that. It's just so rich looking. These are all for custom orders. This one is breaching under the Northern Lights. This is for my sister's friend. So these are whale tails. They're breaching whales. in the water and then under the northern lights, which we do sometimes, rarely see in Newfoundland. Mostly in, because our province is two sections, Newfoundland, which is an island, and Labrador, which is attached to the mainland of Canada, but further up north. So the Labradorians, they get to see the northern lights much more than we do. But I do like that. I really like that design. So how to get to northern lights, of course, this is rainforest on the bottom. So Amico rainforest, which is a dark green. And it shows the water very well, and the whale tails and the breaching. And then, of course, on the top half, I put obsidian ×2, watered down, with seaweed, and actually I use sangria. You can probably see the sangria there a little bit, and some lustrous jade, which is the lighter green. I think that's a keeper. So breaching under the northern lights, and all of these mugs will be available if you're from the local area and you'd like to go out for a little hour's drive on a Sunday afternoon, you're bored or something, just check out the Baccaloo Gallery in Heart's Content. It's just about an hour away from St. John's. Another Mommy and Me, humpback. It's just so rich looking, that Storm. So Storm Celadon by Amico with Mako, a little bit of Mako blue hydrangea on top to represent the stars in the sky. Another one, Storm Mommy and Me with the white on the inside. The white on the inside is the spectrum, just white, spectrum white. And you can see the speckles. I like the speckles. Rainforest with the breaching whales under a starry night. So they're not in the water, they're above the water, of course. So I chose rainforest and then under the starry night. White on the inside. All the white on the inside is spectrum white. So rainforest, this is another Northern Lights one. Rainforest, breaching whales with the Northern Lights. You can see the sangria a little bit better on this one. Beautiful, love it, absolutely love it. Another Mommy and Me with the Storm and white. And this is the Florida Seafoam, which is that combo I talked about earlier of celadons. Breaching whale with, yeah, that's actually Florida Seafoam with sapphire float and a little bit of Mako flux. So that's different, it's not the Starry Night. These are all earrings that I've made, which represent coral. Newfoundland is not known for its coral reefs, but does have deep sea coral, like very deep, 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 deep. And of course our salt fish, that's one of our this is a salt fish earring. So this will be, once it focuses, back in the day, and some people still do it, some traditionalists still do it. They hang salt fish. They fillet the fish, the codfish, and then they spread it open and dry it on lines, on clotheslines, on flakes. And it's just white with texture. You can see that. And then there's, the skin on each side and of the tail. So these are earrings, and they're made of porcelain. And what I'm going to do is put white gold on the fillet part and the middle of the saltfish. They will look beautiful. So white gold on the center part there, and probably around where the skin is. All right, these are the halibut plates coming up. tribute to Tiffany of Hobble Creek Pottery. She has a lesson on these halibut plates. So this is, right here is Moroccan Blue by Spectrum, which is fairly light actually. That's 2 coats. And then the top is the Florida Seafoam. And then on the back is the Himalayan Salt, which I thought, well, salt, you know, salt water, halibut lives in salt water. So you can see that that's just like a matte, very smooth, matte pink Himalayan salt. I love that for the backs of plates, especially for the backs of marine type plates. So the cone pack on the top shelf, and I didn't have enough room to do the other shelves, but cone pack on the top shelf, although I did a cone 5 firing. Look at the cone pack. Cone 5, cone 6, cone 7. So the top reached cone 7, so I can assume that the others, the other shelves are usually a bit cooler than the top, so I assume it gets cooler as we go down. So all of these are halibut plates, rainforest, or no, bottle green, Spectrum bottle green on the bottom, and sky on the top. Cute little halibut. Thank you, Tiffany, for showing us how to do that. I'm not pleased with the Moroccan Blue on this because it came out way too light. The Florida Seafoam and the Moroccan Blue on bottom. It's like it washed out too much. Florida Seafoam on top, Moroccan Blue on the bottom, some Mako Flux in between. These are little mini ones to go with the larger ones, like if you had some hors d'oeuvres and some sauce. This is the bottle green and the Florida Seafoam halibut, and the Moroccan Blue and the Florida Seafoam. So on the bottom is the Florida Seafoam. Look at that, very colorful. On the inside is Sangria by Spectrum. Big hole on the inside for the great drainage. Then I did a various number of celadons. This is Sangria with pearl white on top, right here. Sangria, pearl white. So I did Sky Celadon, wiped it back a bit. I did Clear. I did Rainforest. I did the Florida Seafoam blend. And on all the coral, I did the Spectrum pearl white. So I was afraid that it was going to be running down, so I wiped it back a bit, but you can see that. But it's just a flower pot, so I don't mind the little streakiness on that. I love the pearl white over the Sangria. If you did like a variegated mug or something like that. Anyway, this will hold my plant will be happy. I love that too. Look at that. Love it. On the inside, let's see, I'll reference my notes. This is the last shelf, by the way. Reference my notes. Okay, so coil planter, interior, vert luster, Amico vert luster ×2 with a layer of Spectrum cerulean celadon over. So look at that. Look at the variation there on the inside. Exterior, Mako cobalt wash added to the rim. So right here. And to the textured carvings. So the textured carvings right here. Mako cobalt wash. Then Amico oolong gloss chino on the bottom. So you can see that there. That's the oolong gloss chino. On the bottom third of the pot, ×2 coats. Spectrum cerulean celadon over top 2/3 of the pot. So from here to here. Then Blue Midnight over the carved V's. So Blue Midnight over those V's. Then Spectrum Cerulean Celadon ×1 over the top 1/3. Then pearl white over the carvings. So there you have it. I love it. My plant will be happy with that too, because that's fairly big. I like it. I love experimenting with flower pots because you don't have to worry about food safety, and you don't have to worry about, you have to worry about it dripping off the pot, but you don't have to worry about much. It's just whatever goes, you know. Oh yeah, it's really stuck. Oh, I'll take the whole shelf out. Oh, I really like that too. Oh wow. I'll take a picture just because I posted to our Brush on Glazing Facebook group this particular pot. So let's see. So the coil planter, medium sized, here it is. Look how much it dripped. Ah, I'm gonna have to bang that off. It's not gonna be usable, but I'll just show you the combination anyway. So see that? This is inside and around the rim is the Amico Ulan gloss. This is heavy. And around the coiled rim. Amico Ulan Chino gloss. Times 2 coats. Next is Mako Satin Patina ×1 from just below the rim to the feet. So that doesn't run, so I'm not worried about that. But that's the green probably that you see there that really, look how much it dripped. It's going to be hard to get off. Oh, it's my bottom kiln shelf too. Oh well. And then we have Mako Alabaster on top of that. Mako Aurora Green on top of that. Then swoops of Amico Deep Fire Brick, Mako Raspberry Mist, and lastly Spectrum Pearl White. The Spectrum Pearl White probably blended it all together and made it run. So I have to say that I'm a bit disappointed with this firing. I fired it at cone 5 in the kiln sitter, but went to cone 7 on top. I don't think it went to cone 7 on the bottom, but you know, who knows? I didn't put any witness cones on the bottom. I just didn't think about it. And also, I don't have much room. So, a bit disappointed with the firing, but you know, the mugs turned out wonderful. And the pot and some of the flower pots, minus the last one, turned out wonderful. So, and again, give a shout out to Tiffany of Hobble Creek Pottery. Tiffany, I hope you get well very soon. That your collarbone heals. But you know, it's probably the universe saying you need a break because you do work a lot. So thanks for the lesson on the halibut plates. I really enjoy those halibut plates. I made some bigger ones as well, but I don't have them glazed. So have them 3 sizes. So larger, the medium one. This is the larger one that's not glazed yet. It just has obsidian over there so I can wipe it back. Then the medium one and the small one for sauces and things. So, you know, check out Tiffany's lesson on halibut plates. It's wonderful, especially if you live in a place that has halibut, because that's one of my favorite fish actually. So Newfoundland, Labrador certainly has halibut. So give a shout out to Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany. Hope you get well. And we'll see you again very soon, because I have a whole table here of, I'll turn you around, whole table here of mugs that need to be glazed, and some are in various stages. So I'll be having another kiln opening very soon. So see you later. Bye.